Hello everyone, I'm Nick. Welcome to Hogwarts. Let's continue our Hogwarts mystery. We're about to start with another side quest, Hagrid's side quest, which is the Dark Horse. Here Hagrid's big news. I'm pretty sure this is Thestral. Here Hagrid's news. Dark Forest, go. Dark Forest? Here Hagrid's news. Oh, hello. And Marula? What? Why? What is this? Hagrid, I got your message. What's the big news? And why is Marula here? That's what I want to know. You better have a good reason for dragging me all the way out here, Hagrid. I promise I do. You see, Professor Dumbledore's invited me to speak to the International Confederation of Wizards. And I'm going to give a demonstration on Thestrals. Thestrals? You mean those creatures that can only be seen by people who've witnessed death? That's them. Since they bring misfortune to people who see them, God swallowed. They are dead, clever, unuseful, gentle to boot. That's what I'm trying to show the International Confederation of Wizards. I fail to see why they requires me to be here. I had to admit that Marilla has a point, but aren't you the one who trains Hogwarts? Heard of Thestrals? Why do you need us? Now hold on, I'm getting to that part. Just let me explain. Alright, I'm gonna hear this explanation. Talk with Hagrid, start. You're not going to convince me. Thestrals are bad luck. So you want the Confederation to see how gentle the Thestral is with them? What? I'm going to let them see what a Thestral like for themselves. So they need to witness death first, right? For that to work. Who cares if someone doesn't like Thestrals? Hagrid does. They'll see how gentle Thestrals are. Obviously, clearing up misconceptions about Thestrals means a lot to Hagrid. They'll have to change their minds once they meet a Thestral. Success! Collect! So, you want to use a Thestral in your demonstration to help change the Confederation's mind on them? Specifically, by showing them that even a Thestral that's had a limited exposure to strangers can be comfortable working with a large group of them. That's right. I'd use one from Hogwarts Herd, Tenebrous perhaps. He's my favorite, but they're already used to working with students. If I can show that a Thestral with only some basic work can trust and stay calm around a crowd of strangers, it'll prove they're not dangerous. Once they see that, they'll see Thestral aren't bad luck neither. Right, Marula? Sounds like a lot of work. It is for one person, even someone with experience like me. That's why I was hoping you two would be my assistants. Why Marula though? Nick, because you got away with creatures. And Marula, because Professor Dumbledore said you can see Thestral and he thinks it'll be good for you. Marula, you've seen death? You don't know when to mind your own business, do you? I was just... Fine, if you must know. There was an incident with my parents and an Auror. Oh. Not to interrupt, but we've got a lot of work to do. So will you two help me get a Thestral used to stranger? Of course, Hagrid. It'd be an honor to learn from one of the best Thestral trainers and breeders in all of Britain. I'll help you too, but only because Professor Dumbledore might give me house points if I do. Brilliant! You two won't regret it. Thestrals are really amazing creatures. But before we can start, we'll need a Thestral. I spotted a wild one here in the Magical Creature Reserve a bit back. I doubt it's had much contact with humans. Let's split up and try to lure it out. I'll give you some streaks that'll do the trick. They can't resist the smell of blood. Wow, pleasant. I'll do my best, Hagrid. Great, once you find it, bring it to the training grounds and we'll get it used to humans. So, here Hagrid's news. Done. Adopt the Thestral. Go find the Thestral in the Magical Creature Reserve so we can start preparing for the demonstration. Adopt the Thestral. So how do I see the Thestral? Right? If I can see it, which means I need Marula or Hagrid to accompany me always with the Thestral. Adopt the Thestral. Dark Forest. Go. Dark Forest. Care for creatures. Here, right? I guess. Yep. Adopt this creature. Thestral. A black winged horse visible only to those who've seen death. Yeah, right, like... That means I can't see this creature. Adopt. Alright, adopt. Expensive. Let's spawn and feed. Oh, she's shy. Yeah, I don't really want to rename this Thestral. Adopt the Thestral. Done. Prepare your Thestral. We don't have much time. Bring your Thestral to the training grounds so we can start preparing it. Alright, Hagrid. Prepare your Thestral. Training grounds. Go. Training grounds. Prepare your Thestral. Alright, Hagrid. This must be the Thestral from the magical creature reserve you mentioned. Yes, I've decided to call it Thestral. It looks like it's not quite used to its new name yet, but I'm sure it'll grow to like it. Actually, Thestral remind me a bit of Tenebris, the first to be born in the Forbidden Forest. I don't care what its name is, just keep it away from me. Come on now, Marula. Thestrals are gentle. It won't bite. We are supposed to help get Thestral accustomed to strangers for Hagrid's demonstration on Thestrals. How can you do that if you're afraid of getting close to it? I'm not afraid. I'd just rather not hang around something that'll bring me bad luck. That's a myth, right? See? That thing's bad news. You're just scaring it. Besides, Hagrid's been over this. That's right. It's not their fault. They can only be seen by people who've watched someone die. Helping Hagrid change witches and wizards' opinions on Thestrals is the whole reason we're here. The whole reason you're here, perhaps? I'm just here for the house points. So, can we hurry and get started? She's right. We don't have much time. For what? And we can't have it reacting to the Confederation like it did to Marula. Alright, Hagrid. Where do we get started? Thestral might know you, Nick, but it don't know me and Marula. Let's start by showing it strangers are nothing to be scared of. Good plan. So... okay. Prepare your Thestral. Start. Wait, who's that in the back? Try not to scare it, Marula. You don't want this to have the opposite. Instead of approaching it, can I head in the opposite direction? Should I praise Thestral when it reacts well to you too? Yes, that usually works. You know, Thestrals are great sense of direction, make them excellent mounts. Ah. What some things, Thestral aren't a threat to humans. I'm not going to pet that thing. You should try that. It's really nice. Can you train a Thestral like you would a regular horse? We'll use treats so it learns to associate new people with food. Success! Collect! How did Thestral go, Hagrid? Does it seem more comfortable around strangers now? Thestral did brilliantly! I can already tell it'll be more comfortable around the International Confederation of Wizards officials. That's a relief. I was afraid Marula had already ruined all hope of Thestral seeing strangers positively. This is stupid. Why are we putting so much work into this? when not everyone will even be able to see the Thestral. They can still interact with it. How? Besides, the point is to show them Thestral are dangerous. The whole Confederation don't need to see them for that to happen. That's another thing. I'm not convinced Thestral's bringing bad luck really is just a myth. But Hagrid says that's not true. Of course he does. Hagrid probably thinks Acromantulas are just misunderstood. Yes, that's true. Well, one of my oldest friends is Acromantula. I shouldn't said that in the Forbidden Forest, right? See? But surely even you have to understand where I'm coming from, Cowdog. Why would Nick? You're not even trying to see me side or listen to what I'm saying. Well, Cowdog, who are you going to side with me? Or Hagrid? I'm not gonna side with you, Marula, in this case. I'm gonna side with Hagrid. I'm sorry, Marula, but I have to side with Hagrid. You won't even stop to consider that you might be wrong. Not to mention, you refuse to even try to get along with Thestral. I knew you'd agree with me, Nick. Why should I? You and Hagrid won't listen to me or consider things from my perspective. Don't you realize that when I see that thing, I... You what? Oh! Shush! Easy there, Thestral. There's no need to get spooked. That's it. I'm tired of being attacked. The possible house points aren't worth being around that thing any longer. I'm done. Goodbye, Marula. Oh, don't get discouraged, Hagrid. Marula's probably just being stubborn, as usual. That's just it. How am I supposed to convince the entire Confederation that Thestral are harmless when my own assistant don't believe it? Rather than thinking of this is as a failure, perhaps we should see it as an opportunity. What are you saying, Nick? That the first mind you're going to change will be Marula's. That's a challenge. Yeah, I mean, you want me to practice my demonstration on Marula? Exactly. It'll give you some experience before the real thing. Compared to winning over Marula, winning over the International Confederation of Wizards will be easy. That's a good idea, Nick. But can we do it together? I know you won't be there for the real thing, but I'll be able to pick up some pointers from you. Sure, Hagrid, but if you're going to take notes on me, I better brush up on persuasion techniques first. I'll go and practice on my friend. Then we'll confront Marula. What? Prepare your Thestral. Done. Have 15 social encounters. Practice on your friends. So we're better prepared to get Marula to change her mind. Wait, what is this? Have 15 social encounters. Alright, go. Ah, meal with a friend. Have 15 social encounters. Done. Confront Marula. Marula's in the courtyard. Let's go talk to her now before she leaves. Confront Marula. Courtyard, go. Courtyard. Confront Marula. I think it's lovely that you're helping Hagrid. What? We professors require a bit of fresh air from time to time too. You're working with Thestrals? I'm so jealous. There you are, Nick. Are you ready to change Marula's mind about Thestrals? I'm now that I've had a bit of practice persuading my friends. Perhaps you'll be able to use some of the techniques I picked up during my practice in your speech. I'm sure I will. Thanks for coming up with the idea to practice my demonstration on Marula, and also for agreeing to do it together. You're welcome, Hagrid. I've had plenty of experience debating Marula. I might as well put it to good use.
No.
I'm a bit worried though. What if we can't convince Marula? That won't happen. There's a possibility. No, that won't happen. Don't worry. That won't happen, Hagrid. You know just about everything there is to know about Thestrals. Which is why you'll be able to debunk every myth that Marula or the Confederation has about them. You've prepared for this. Just be confident and trust in yourself. Thanks, Dick. That was what I needed. I'm glad to hear it, Hagrid. Now let's go talk to Marula. Marula, we need to talk. Is this about me running out on your little project? I told you I quit. I don't want to see that creepy horse anymore. Thestrals aren't creepy. They're just a bit different is all. Oh please, different is just a nice way of saying weird. Look, Marula, all we want you to do is listen to what we have to say. Why should I? Because you owe it to Thestral to give him a chance. Yeah, good one. Because we won't leave you alone until you do. Oh, and knowing you, you'll do it. Of course. Fine, I'll listen to you and Hagrid's speech, but don't expect me to change my mind. You will, Marula. Persuade Marula. Start. Think about it, Marula. Would people really ride a dangerous creature? Yeah, that's nice analogy. You don't understand. What don't I understand? You shouldn't judge a creature by how they look. Why do you feel so strongly about Thestrals, Marula? Do you have a bad experience? If Thestrals are so gentle, why did the ministry rate them XXXX? What is that? Dangerous? Poppycock. Both truckles are more dangerous than Thestrals. How? Both truckles? What? Even Marula's having a hard time rebuting against Hagrid's points. As much as I hate to admit it, you have a point. Folk just think Thestrals are bad because of their connection to death. Success! Collect. You see, Marula? Thestrals aren't dangerous, just misunderstood. People assume based on the way they look and their connection to death that they're bad omens. But assuming a right awful thing to do to anything, even a creature, especially on account of the fact that Thestrals being evil couldn't be further from the truth. Besides, Since when are you the type to worry about something like bad luck? Yeah, you got a point. I have to admit, you two made more sense than I thought you would. But I still don't want to be around any Thestrals. I understand you're too afraid. I'm not afraid. Then finish getting Thestral accustomed to strangers with me and Hagrid. Fine, but after that, I'm done with all of this nonsense. Great, she agrees. Never let it be said that I don't know how to work Marula. We did it, Dick. We convinced Marula to give Thestrals another chance. You did most of the work, Hagrid. I just give Marula a little push. But the job isn't over yet. Marula's still holding on to something that makes her hesitant about Thestrals. But a good experience with a Thestral might be enough to make her let go of that and see Thestrals in a better light. In that case, I'd recommend you spend more time working with your Thestrals before Marula works with it. We wouldn't want Thestral to get spooked in front of her again. And Marula could test even the most gentle Thestral's patience. Yeah, this thing again. Confront Marula, done. Reach max level trust with the Thestrals. We don't know how your Thestral will react to Marula. Best to work with it with a bit more first. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this on the next episode. Reach max level trust with the Thestral. Yeah, I'm gonna conclude this episode here. After working out with Marula and Thestral. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And see you guys on the next Hogwarts Mystery.